Smoking is one of the most well-documented health risks in modern medicine. Each time you light a cigarette, more than 7,000 chemicals are released into your body, including nicotine, carbon monoxide, tar, heavy metals, and dozens of known carcinogens. Over time, these chemicals affect nearly every organ system, which is why smoking remains one of the leading causes of preventable death worldwide. And yet, despite decades of research and public awareness, more than 1.3 billion people across the globe still smoke. So what actually happens when someone stops? What does the body do when the constant chemical assault finally ends? The answer is surprisingly hopeful, because recovery begins almost immediately. The first 20 minutes after quitting. Within just 20 minutes of your last cigarette, your body begins its first measurable steps toward recovery. Nicotine stimulates the release of epinephrine and norepinephrine, stress hormones that increase heart rate and constrict blood vessels. This is why smoking temporarily raises blood pressure, and why many smokers notice cold hands and feet. Blood flow to the extremities is reduced. As nicotine levels begin to fall, these effects reverse. Heart rate slows. Blood pressure drops back to normal. Circulation to the hands and feet improves, allowing them to warm again. Even at this early stage, your cardiovascular system is already under less strain. 2 hours after quitting. By the 2-hour mark, nicotine and its major metabolites drop significantly, and this is when withdrawal symptoms often begin. Common early symptoms include cravings, irritability or moodiness, tension or restlessness, drowsiness, difficulty concentrating, trouble sleeping. These reactions are not signs of weakness, they are expected physiological responses. Nicotine artificially increases dopamine release in the brain, reinforcing the reward system and creating dependence. When nicotine disappears, dopamine temporarily drops below normal levels, leading to discomfort and emotional instability. This phase is uncomfortable, but it is also temporary. 8 hours after quitting. Around 8 hours after quitting, one of the most dangerous components of cigarette smoke begins to clear: carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide binds to hemoglobin more strongly than oxygen does, reducing the blood's ability to deliver oxygen to tissues. This forces the heart and lungs to work harder to meet the body's needs. As carbon monoxide levels fall, oxygen saturation in the blood returns to normal. The heart no longer needs to overcompensate. Tissues begin receiving adequate oxygen again. However, in long-term smokers, chronic carbon monoxide exposure causes red blood cells to become larger and more numerous, thickening the blood. This increases blood pressure and raises the risk of clot formation, heart attack, and stroke. Stopping smoking allows this process to gradually reverse. 24 hours after quitting. At the 24-hour mark, many people notice something surprising. Coughing increases. This is not a setback, it's a sign of healing. Smoking paralyzes and damages the cilia, tiny hair-like structures lining the lungs that sweep mucus, debris, and pathogens out of the lungs. When smoking stops, these cilia begin waking up. As they regain movement, the lungs start actively clearing out trapped toxins and mucus, triggering coughing. At the same time, the risk of acute coronary events such as heart attacks already begins to decrease within this first day. 48 hours after quitting. By 48 hours, nicotine and its major metabolites have been completely eliminated from the body. This marks a major turning point. Damaged nerve endings begin to regenerate, especially those involved in smell and taste. Cigarette smoke dulls taste buds and reduces blood flow to them, flattening their structure over time. As circulation improves and nerves regrow, taste becomes stronger, smells become more vivid. Food often feels more satisfying. Some long-term smokers may experience permanent damage, but for many, sensory improvement is noticeable within days. 72 hours after quitting. At around 72 hours, nicotine withdrawal reaches its peak. This is often the most challenging phase. Symptoms can include headaches, nausea, abdominal cramps, anxiety, depression, and intense cravings. Neurologically, this stage resembles withdrawal from many addictive substances, including caffeine, though nicotine dependence is particularly powerful due to its rapid effects on dopamine. The important thing to understand is this: after this point, the worst is over. Cravings may continue, but their intensity declines steadily from here on. 1 month after quitting. After 1 month, the benefits become systemic. The risk of developing cardiovascular disease, certain cancers, type 2 diabetes has already begun to decrease measurably. Blood vessels become more flexible, inflammation levels drop, insulin sensitivity improves. Many people report better stamina, improved breathing, more stable mood, and increased energy levels. Your body is no longer fighting a daily chemical battle. 3 to 9 months after quitting. Between 3 and 9 months, lung repair accelerates. The cilia in the lungs, once damaged or paralyzed, are now largely restored. Their ability to clear dust, bacteria, and pollutants improves dramatically. As a result, chronic coughing diminishes, shortness of breath decreases, lung infections become less frequent, exercise becomes easier, daily activities feel less exhausting. 1 year after quitting. At the 1-year mark, the risk of heart disease drops by nearly half compared to someone who continues smoking. This improvement is largely due to reduced atheroma formation, fatty plaques, and scar tissue that accumulate inside arterial walls during chronic inflammation. As arteries heal, blood flow improves, blood pressure stabilizes, the heart works more efficiently. This is one of the most powerful long-term benefits of quitting. 10 years after quitting. After 10 years, the risk of developing lung cancer falls to about half that of someone who continues smoking. Other cancer risks, including cancers of the mouth, throat, esophagus, bladder, and pancreas, also decline significantly. While some cellular damage may remain, the body's repair mechanisms dramatically reduce long-term risk. 15 years after quitting. By 15 years, the risk of heart attack becomes nearly identical to that of someone who has never smoked. At this stage, the cardiovascular system has undergone extensive recovery. Plaque buildup stabilizes, inflammation remains lower, blood vessels function more normally. For many former smokers, this marks a near-complete reversal of smoking-related heart risk. Important reality check. It's important to understand that these timelines are averages. Recovery depends on how long someone smoked, how much they smoked, genetic factors, and overall lifestyle. Some lung damage may be permanent, and susceptibility to certain respiratory conditions can remain elevated. However, quitting at any age significantly improves health outcomes. Even people who stop later in life experience reduced mortality and better quality of life. Why quitting is still worth it. Yes, quitting is difficult. Withdrawal is uncomfortable. Habits are deeply ingrained. But the benefits are overwhelming. Your heart works less. Your lungs heal. Your brain rewires. Your future risk drops year by year. Ultimately, the best way to avoid smoking-related disease is to never start. But the second best time to quit is now. Your body is built to recover. It just needs the chance. Thank you for watching.